going on, dudes and dudettes? So if I forgot to mention, I think in the last couple videos that in that USC game, both Miller Moss and Jalen Smith were named respectively the offensive MVP and the defensive MVP. Jalen Smith definitely stepped up. I've always been kind of up and down with him, but playing that new spot, that new safety position, he had 12 solo tackles and really stepped up as well on that defensive side. So congrats to both of those guys. Both will be returning, as we know, of this second, so that's a good thing for the overall team. And then there was a kind of a comment after that USC game that head coach Lincoln Riley said that Miller Moss, the quarterback, may have scared off any quarterbacks willing to transfer to USC, and that kind of seems true because we haven't still heard anything about that Kansas State quarterback, Will Howard. And I think even Pete Thamel, who is a pretty reliable college football analyst or reporter, recently did say that there could be a section of dominoes that sort of fall when it comes to the transfer quarterbacks. And they mentioned like Cam Ward and Will Howard. And as I mentioned before in a previous video, that Will Howard was not only interested in USC, but also Ohio State, who only scored like 3 points the other day, and their quarterback play looked pretty bad. And he's considering the NFL, but if Ohio State, they seem pretty desperate, so they're going to probably throw a big amount at him or either of those guys. So they seem like they're gone, and maybe it will be Miller Moss, the future quarterback of USC, which doesn't look like a scary proposition as it may have been a year or two ago. He looks pretty solid as of right now, so I'm willing to go into battle with him as my quarterback. But if Lincoln Riley did decide to bring in some other one as well, whether it's the same year as he is as Miller Moss, or maybe someone younger, someone that's maybe a little bit older but still given a second shot, you never know. But either way, still looking forward to it. I'm pretty sure he's going to still have to add some type of quarterback in this class, whether it's the 2024 class or in the transfer portal class. But either way, we'll definitely look out for that bit of news. And then when it came to a 2024 commit, the outside linebacker Elijah Newby, he recently tested like one of the highest linebackers in his athleticism score. But I'm still kind of surprised that he's still only considered a 4-star and not highly ranked. It might be due to where he plays and the type of competition, but when it came to his overall stats and numbers, they did say that he is one of the top athletic ones out there, which is really cool because this defense will definitely benefit him when he starts getting a little bit bigger, stronger, and faster later in his career. So definitely looking forward to what he holds in the future. And a handful of USC football players after that game the other day, especially the past couple of days, have been mentioning on social media that they will be foregoing their extra season that they have left to go to the NFL officially. Start off with one guy, Austin Jones. He's a running back, and obviously it didn't probably turn out the way he wanted to because he was behind Travis Dye his first year and then behind Marshawn Lloyd this year. But every time he came in, he did step up, especially last year, which is pretty cool. So looking forward to seeing where he goes and where he lands. Obviously, Taj Washington, we kind of already knew once he accepted that Reese's Senior Bowl invitation that it would be possible. So I guess it's now official. So good luck to him. Solomon Byrd, defensive end who came from Wyoming, transfer last 2 years. I didn't think he had any eligibility left, but I guess he did. But now he's officially going and trying his spot out in the NFL. So good luck to him. Max Williams as well, one of the top returning guys that we did say that the other day that he might be considering this Louisville game his last game, so I'm assuming it was because he did declare for the NFL draft. So good luck to him. Another defensive lineman, Keon Barr from Arizona as well, who transferred. He was only at USC for 1 year and kind of expected a little bit more from him because he was pretty good while he was at Arizona and kind of suspect here and there at USC. I don't think they reached his full potential with him, but he kind of saw that he could probably get drafted later, still get on a team, some type of guaranteed contract, and he's looking to do that. So either way, congrats and good luck to all those guys. We'll definitely be following all of you into your future endeavors into the 2024 NFL Draft. Yeah, USC basketball, especially the men's side, is a little bit on a losing streak. They did go up to the state of Oregon had to play those teams. They lost to Oregon 74-82. Then the very next game, they lost to Oregon State 70-86. So yeah, tough road trip up there, and especially that last Oregon State game, and they did not look inspired at all. And it's kind of winding down to the point where we start talking about head coach Andy Einfeld and if he is the correct coach, because he's somehow getting all these talented players, but it's not gelling. They're not really playing for him, it looks like. So he might be the guy that gets axed soon at USC, and whoever they bring in, hopefully it is a good enough guy to keep a lot of these guys on the roster, because they are very talented, and a lot of the guys coming in as well are still really good too. So look forward to seeing what the future holds for the men's basketball side. But yeah, it wasn't all that great either on the women's side, because they built up this game against UCLA on the women's team, who was ranked number 2 overall in the country, and yeah, USC was obviously still number 6 around there. But yeah, UCLA definitely handled this game. They ended up beating USC 64-71, and I'm surprised how, because I think even the USC star freshman Juju Watkins was on ESPN talking about this game, and yet it was still relegated to the Pac-12 network. So I guess it was okay that USC's first loss came on the Pac-12 network, because not many people got to see it. But still, I thought this game was going to be like on CBS or maybe Fox or something like that to promote a pretty big matchup like this, especially on the West Coast. You don't really get that much. I mean, yeah, Stanford was pretty much the better team out here, but now it is UCLA, USC. They're ranked in the top 10, so I don't know. We'll see if that ends up changing moving forward, but yeah. Juju Watkins did score a lot of points, but she looked like she was struggling a lot with her shot and just looked tired, or even left to look like a little bit later with cramps in her legs. But yeah, either way, I don't know if she's just tired or was just an off game, but she still scored over 20 plus points. So not freaking out as of yet, but definitely looking forward to seeing what this team does in the near future. And USC football did just offer the other day a defensive lineman from North Dakota State, and Javier Darrett, haven't heard it said out loud, but it's pretty obvious that he was probably offered by Matt Entz, the linebackers coach, because that was obviously where he was just at. But he probably is a pretty talented player too, so definitely looking forward to seeing if they do get him or not, and we'll see what that entails, because they are still offering a lot of transfer guys, and even still trying to go after 2024 guys, especially in this 5-star athlete Terry Bussey, who I believe is considered more as a wide receiver when he comes into college, but he could play both sides, and he's one of the top guys out there, who I don't think did decide to commit anywhere a couple weeks ago, so he will be officially committing in February. But yeah, when it comes to him, he will be one of the top guys that I guess USC is looking to pursue the next coming week. So maybe they get him, maybe they don't, but yeah, we'll see what ends up happening there. And the Anaheim Ducks kind of went up and down as they usually have been. They did beat the Vegas Golden Knights the other day 5-2, but then lost to Arizona Coyotes 0-2. So I don't know, I guess it's still a work in progress. It's still the first year of the new head coach, so I guess we'll give them some time, but yeah, at least they're showing some more fight and winning some more games, especially early on in this season. So we'll have to wait and see what 2024 holds for this team's fate. And then, yes, a pretty big-time trade. Usually big trades don't happen this early in the NFL season or NBA season, just because a lot of times when these players sign their contracts, they're not able to be traded until like around this time, December 15th or January 15th, or even sometimes all the way until February when the trade deadline happens. But yeah, RJ Barrett, the ex-Duke player, was involved in this pretty big trade that the New York Knicks made to get OG Anunoby from the Toronto Raptors, who was a really sought-after player. But I guess contracts and talent matched up, so RJ Barrett got traded out there to Toronto, which is actually pretty cool for him because he is Canadian and played up there growing up and lived there, and I believe he was born there too because he plays for the Canadian national team. But we'll see how it does, because sometimes a homecoming could be good for these guys and sometimes it isn't because it's too much pressure. But he did play very well out there in high school and then leading up to going to Montverde and all that stuff later in his high school career. But Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing how he bounces back, because he did get a second big time extension on his contract, but a lot of people thought he didn't deserve it just because he hasn't really performed that well as far as like a top 3 overall pick in his draft class. But like I said, definitely looking forward to seeing what he can do out there, be able to have more space and more time to be able to do what he wants instead of having to be. He still will probably be the 3rd option as of right now in Toronto, but I think it's still a little less pressure playing for Toronto than it would be playing for the Knicks. So yes, thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.